Yo. Ayo. Ayo. Welcome to the Clarity Show. Hi. So, still in my brother's room. I figured since I had the shade glasses out, I just made a reference to fighting. Why not talk about my fights? Yeah, I really have a list. Like, this shit is annoying. Like, I didn't know until I started making these videos, but when I talk, like, I still talk like I was a kid. Like, I still need speech. I can't even say it. Speech therapy. I used to get speech therapy when I was a kid. Because I couldn't say girl. I'd be like, girl. I could not say girl for shit. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all know y'all can talk about my speech impediment later. Sally's still here. Yeah, me and Sally finna tell y'all about my fights. All the fights I've been in. Just cause why not? I mean, minus with my brothers, cause I don't count those as fights. It's me and my brothers, my business. But yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened. Or what I remember. I'm gonna tell y'all what I remember, cause I was a kid. I ain't fought since middle school, so yeah, but let's get into it. So, number one. Okay, so the first fight I was ever in was with this one girl, right, at my house. So I had a bunch of kids at my house. And her family was like identical to mine. Like, she literally had one big brother and two little brothers. And we were all like the same years. Like, our big brother was the same year. It was weird. Like, we matched up perfectly and everything. So, and then both of our moms had daycares. And both of their parents was, look, that was on some other stuff. Both of their parents was, both of our moms had a parent that was like a pastor or an evangelist or whatever. And then they both converted from Christianity to Islam and then back to Christianity. So we like shared a life almost. And so yeah, we shared everything. Like, we just were always together, and that was like my road dog, right? As a child. I've gone through a lot of best friends. But yeah. That's just what happens when you're in a lot of stuff. I've been to a lot of schools, involved in a lot of like activities and stuff. So I know a lot of people. I fell in love with a lot of people and called a lot of people my friend. But yeah. So this first fight was crazy. Yeah, so we would always be at her house and we'd always have to share. I'm always in the wrong. For like every story I'm gonna tell you right now, I am in the wrong. Okay, my ego is mad. So yeah, so okay. So we was always at her house because I went to her mom's daycare at first, and then like we merged daycares, and so she's always at my house. And I don't know, but we ended up like bossing up on everybody and kicking everybody out of my room. Like, y'all gotta go. It's just me and her. And so it was just me and her, but then I ended up tripping on her because I got tired of sharing. Like, okay, like, you know, you want things to go your way. Like, I used to fight with my friends when I was younger than that because they didn't say what I wanted them to say when we was playing Barbies. Like, what did I tell you to do? I'm a mess. And so yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, she ended up getting mad at me. Like, what? Like, I thought it was me and you. And I was like, I'm actually tired of you too. And yeah, I don't know who hit who first. I probably snatched it up out of her hand and she got offended. And that girl fired on me. Okay, we started off in the mirror and ended up on the floor. My brother had to get her off of me. Like, my little brother came. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my little brother's a bar. He came in the room and got her off of me because she was whooping my ass. Like, she was on top of me, just whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm just down there like trying to get some punches. Oh my god, it was so funny. Cause okay, I ended up with a black eye or whatever. She punched me right in my face, like I remember that. I still remember that right now. Like, I blacked out. Like, it was a black eye. Not I blacked out, but you know how that feel, getting a black eye. Again, about to knock the desk over. And so, yeah, that's what happened. I got a black eye, and I had to sit in my room, and they put ice on me. My mama ended up ordering pizza, and everybody had pizza. And then they called me out the room to make me, like, make up with her. And we sat on them steps, and we made up. And she told me she didn't feel my punches. I told her this because she was fat. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, yeah, we ended up making up and being cool after that. But I'm not cool with nobody that I fought no more today. But I've been cool with every girl that I fought after. Okay, so yeah, that was the first fight. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then my second. Okay, after this, I don't know. I'm just gonna tell y'all, when I got to the 4th grade, I was fighting, like, a lot. And so I'm in the Nation of Islam, right? At the time, I'm in the Nation of Islam, and so they teach us how to fight. And we were learning, like, kicks and karate and stuff at the time. So I tried to kick this boy. Oh my God. This wasn't even a fight. This was not a fight. This was a fail. Let me tell you, it was a whole fail. We wasn't, like, getting in line, right? We getting in line for school, to go outside for recess. And this girl that I'm cool with, like, she wanted to stand behind me in line. She was, like, somebody's cousin. Like, I don't know, like, we was cool. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, come on. Like, cause she always let me back cut her, so I let her back cut me that day. But it didn't work when I did it. Like, people didn't trip when she let me back cut her. But when I let her back cut me, the guy behind me got upset. Like, nah, you can't let her cut me. This, and that. And I was like, whoa, like, everybody else is okay with it. Like, we always do this. What are you talking about? And yeah, we ended up getting turned up. I think he, like, pushed me into the closet, and I went to kick him. And I went to kick him, he grabbed my foot. That was it. Like, he caught my foot. That was the end of the fight. That was it. After that, we just had to sit down, and the class ended up voting for me. I don't know, for some weird stuff. The teacher was like, who do you guys think was in the wrong? This, and that. And they're like, he was in the wrong, and this, and that. So I ended up getting cool with my class after that, but weird stuff. So yeah, okay, so that was that. And then ended up fighting 2 other girls. 2 other girls. That was a guy. But I ended up fighting these 2 girls. They were my friends too. It was crazy. So the first girl, I ended up fighting her because, okay, she was in my friend group, and it was 3 of us. And it was 3 of us. And then, like, I started tripping on her because she started getting on my nerves. She started getting on my nerves because, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. She was new, right? She was new to the school, and my teacher asked me to help her with math because I'm really good at math. So she told me to assist. So I was helping her, I was working with her, but I started getting, like, frustrated and disgusted because after a while she stopped trying. She just would ask me to do it for her, and my little soft self started doing it for her. But then I started getting irritated because, like, you're really not trying anymore. Like, that's frustrating. And so yeah, yeah, so she started getting on my nerves. So I started telling the homegirl that we was hanging with, like, please stop talking to her. Like, I'm trying to drop her. Like, can we just shake her? And so the homegirl stopped hanging out with her. Like, she listened to me, but then the girl got mad because she's like, why you not talking to me? And we in the bathroom, and the girl's throwing water on my friend. I told her to stop talking to her. So I snatched her up and I pushed her up against the wall, like, stop. And I'm sitting there holding her up against the wall. And like, you gonna stop? Like, you need to stop. I don't know who I think I am, but I really be like, listen, get it together. And yeah, I don't know, she was acting up. And yeah, we ended up fighting. It was crazy. So we ended up fighting, and then we like, it's over. So it's over, and I go to the mirror to go check myself. That's all I can think about at the time. It's like, My family gonna whoop my ass if I look crazy after a fight. So I just go to the bathroom. I go to the mirror and I'm like fixing my hair. I had just got my first press and curl, okay? Shout out to Sister Tatis, because she was doing my hair at the time. First person to ever press my hair for me. And she like got my hair down because my mom wasn't letting me wear my hair down. And so Tatis convinced my mom to let my hair down. Goodness gracious. Oh my god. Yeah, she convinced my mom to let my hair down, and I ended up getting into a fight. So I had to go to the mirror and like fix my hair and make sure everything was okay. And when I'm walking back out the bathroom, she's still popping her shit, like she going off. So I start going off back, like, okay, and so I'm saying my piece, and she get upset and she starts swinging again. We start fighting again. We ended up fighting a couple more times. We fought like 3 times. Ended up saying Talia 1-1, Aisha 1-1, and the last one was a tie, just to be nice, because it was 3 fights. I don't know. That shit was crazy. And so yeah, I don't know. Bitches used to pull hair. They didn't teach us that in the mosque. They didn't say nothing about pulling hair, but they did teach us about the windmilling. That windmilling stuff, that was like, don't do that. You better be precise with your hits. And so I ended up fighting this other girl because she was being disrespectful, because we had a new girl named Dora. Her name was Dora. And they used to tease her because she was Mexican and she couldn't speak English. My helpful oh my god, overly exuded helpful self went and got me a Spanish English dictionary and was like learning Spanish with her, like teaching her English, like, you know, just kind of being there for the new girl. And they was just dogging her. And so one day, like, we was getting in line, these lines, but we was on something. We was outside this time. It was like PE or something. And they put us in lines for like soccer to kick the ball or something. I don't remember, but we was getting in them lines. Criteria was bullying Dora, and I'm like, yo, like, you need to stop. And she's like, what? And yeah, we ended up fighting, but she's windmilling. So that fight, I was able to like basically like not participate in, because it was not participate. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, she was, I just remember watching her windmill and being like, you need to aim. And like, I don't know, being cool with her after because she couldn't fight. Yeah. Okay. That was that. That was my fights of 4th grade. And then I get to middle school. Now I'm fighting over boys. Like, one boy. I fought over one boy twice. So the first fight was like, it was like about him, but not about him. It was like A equals B and B equals C, so A equals C. Okay, so what happened was, okay, I had a best friend. All these best friends, right? So I had a best friend. She liked my boyfriend. But she liked my boyfriend because my boyfriend was trying to holler at her. Holler. He was trying to get at her. And so, yeah, I ended up finding out, like, he was talking to, like, a whole bunch of girls. But it was crazy. Okay, so, yeah, she's like, how would you feel if, like, your best friend asked you to break up with your boyfriend or not get back with your boyfriend, or what was it? Now I feel like it was not get back with. I don't remember. Like, maybe we had broken up and she was telling me, don't get back with him. I like him now. Like, can I have him? And I was just like, nah, like, no. And so she stopped talking to me. And then she started hanging out with this other girl. Now I'm jealous. And so I started hanging out with people that don't like that girl. And so, yeah, now I'm with them, and these girls are messy. Okay, like, they was like the girl, I'm about to have to give y'all names. My best friend's homegirl that she started hanging out with had beef with a bunch of people, And so I'm hanging out with these people now, and they doing stuff to this girl like they always done. Like, this is just what we do. Like, and so I'm just with them, watching them do what they do. But what they did ended up being blamed on me. I don't know who did it. I don't know how, why, when, for what, but they blamed that on me. And so the girl came back and threw water on me. And I just sat there in shock like I always do. I be in shock. I be like, okay, all right, I'ma go. That's me. I'ma go. And so, oh my God, it was so crazy. And so, yeah, I just left. I went upstairs to my favorite teacher's class, and I just was in there venting to him, like, this is crazy, like, da-da-da-da-da, I didn't even do it, whatever. He like, just cool down, like, you good, like, staying here. I'm like, all right. So I'm like at his desk, just playing with stuff on his desk and stuff. And this older girl comes in and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, you don't do that. Like, nah, you need to go defend yourself. And you go whoop her ass or something. Like, I'm like, no. She's like really hyping me up. So I'm like, okay. And so I go downstairs, but I don't have no plan. I'm like, what? This is not what I wanted to do. And so I end up snatching her by her head and just slamming her up against the wall. And then, yeah, she ended up grabbing my hair and pulling my hair. And that's all I know is she was pulling my hair. And she kept saying, your hair is on the floor, your hair is on the floor. And I just was like, I just took my braids out. This was not a good day to do this. Because I was so embarrassed because it really looked like she did pull my hair out. And I just was sitting in the office like, Mommy, she didn't pull my hair out. Like, we just took my braids out last night. Like, it was stupid. My hair was shedding. I shedded hair. So I had a beanie on. Because my beanie's on the floor though. Well, I don't think it was no more, but whatever. So yeah. That happened. Huh. And that's when they start calling me a fireball, saying I got like something in me that ticks. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But I used to pop off on the adults. I was not fighting with the students. I was going off. And so my favorite teacher was like, Aisha, you have a button. Whatever. Y'all don't know the teachers. Ain't no point in getting into my relationship with them and what I used to go through. I'll probably do that another day. But yeah, so that was that. And then, oh my God. Okay, so yeah. Okay, and so then we had a new girl. The new girl came to school the day I'm not at school, right? I got like a dentist appointment. And my boyfriend is texting me like, I like the new girl, this and that. Like, she cute, this and that. I'm just like, okay, like, cool. Like, I don't know why I'm not tripping on this boy, but I'm not tripping on this boy. And I'm just like, all right, okay. And so I get to school and it's a new girl in my class. And yeah, but then I ended up being friends with her because we ended up doing dance together. And so now we cool. And I guess me and my boyfriend ended up breaking up. We did. So me and my boyfriend ended up breaking up. And then one day after dance practice, we all chilling. It's me. We on basketball team together and everything. So like the basketball team and stuff is together. And one of the girls is like, something. And she mentions my boyfriend, not my boyfriend no more, being with this girl. And I'm like, what? And I don't remember if she said something or not, but I got mad at her for not telling me. I'm like, we hang out like all the time, like. But yeah, and so I kept talking to him at this point because he hadn't stopped talking to me. And so yeah, I just was like, whatever. And I kept talking to him. But then one day, it was Halloween, and we had a haunted mansion. And I'm a very thirsty person. And so oh my God. Okay. I'm like, this is terrible. This part is embarrassing. This is what I did. So the child, the boy child, is in the haunted mansion, and I'm like in charge of the haunted mansion. Like I'm like a part of the people working it, and he flipping is in there with us, and I like motioned him over to me. I don't remember what I did under that table, but he was under the table with me, and I did what I did, and I guess he told his girlfriend, and girlfriend came throwing balls. She came mad as hell, and she's like, "Why would you do that?" And this, and that, and she started swinging on me. I was not ready for that. Woo! That was a terrible situation, and that's the last spot I've ever been in. I just steer clear now. Like, okay, nation, y'all did not help. I'm good. I'm good. It was terrible. School was just terrible for me. I did not enjoy that. Like, no. Not me. But yes, you. Yes, you. Yeah. Those are the fights I've been in. Every single one. Minus with my brothers. My brothers just tackle my ass. They push me down. Like, I'm a twig, bro. The wind blows me. Whatever. Whatever. I'm sensitive. I am soft. I am not about that life. I'm just not. I'm just like, can I get a boyfriend? Now I have one and things are weird, but I'll tell y'all about that later. Peace and hair grease. Thank you for looking at me.